solid backline and you don't triple commit, and you're going to have a quality team.
I think Donnie just needs to be able to keep, or not Donnie, excuse me, Sharp just needs to be able to keep up with the pace of both of his teammates. And a quick shot by Low Tech is turned away by Chalks. This one turned around. T-Bates doesn't have it. Chalks will score first, 18 seconds in.
So a nice opener here for the Missouri Tigers, and they're just trying to get that ball into the corner. Some miscommunication about who should be in charge of taking the clear across means it's a weak touch out, and Choksic drills one.
They score first here against LSU. Now, obviously, if you're watching CRL this season, it's your first time watching, this LSU team in series has been known to give way and then come back. They're very up and down within a series, but they usually close things out, and you see it right there off the pass from Low Tech over to T-Bates.
Yeah, nice equalizer. Always great to get it back instantly, and Blanks, not a bad touch out into the corner, but doesn't get enough of it. And that means Low Tech, that great job coming across on the opposite side of the ball. Your instinct tells you slam it off the corner and have it bounce into the mid. Nah, he just gets around the correct side, gets great power on it out into the middle for T-Bates.
Quick up the wall, Chalks. And that one touch before he got demoed, Ethanol has it loose. Chalks playing the enforcer, and Ethanol will score. A quick lead taken back.
And how about it? Get a shootout here to start off this series. Chalks, I mean, what are you going to do if you're Low Tech? You got to hit the brakes. You got to try and make the best play you can. And that's just perfect execution from Ethanol. Shoot it at the right side. You saw the defender hit the brakes. He's never going to make it. Just place the ball.
He placed the ball, he did. And a quick response by Missouri. Up high, Blanks catches it off the ceiling. But really a weak touch. It gave it to Ethanol. Double commit, opens up the net, but Chalks kicks it up way high. Rushed his launch and got too far under the ball, sending it upward.
Just a little too close. Tough break. And out into the middle. Here comes LSU, just launched on target from Sharp. Follow-up touch. Too quick and couldn't get under it.
Another double commit by LSU, this time on the offensive end. They had those issues last season as well. T-Bates, he's a big double commit offender. They have to square that up. It is only the first match of the season, but you want to get off to a strong start.
Ooh, Low Tech. Tip off the ceiling towards the net, and how about a follow-up from Sharp down in the middle? T-Bates will drill it home. Great play. LSU supporting each other brilliantly.
This whole play is brilliant. Low Tech, he has a great touch off the ceiling. That touch by Blanks, he's coming back, so the touch is going to be weak out to the corner. Sharp knew it the whole time, and instead of shooting it onto the net, instinct, like on the last play, just slam it. Hit it into the net. Instead, Sharp hits it wide out for the pass over to T-Bates to get the second goal and tie it up.
So LSU struggling to stop a couple of these pushes from the Tigers. And Blanks now doesn't have any help as he just pushed that ball upfield. Great demo though. T-Bates jumped at it initially. Big demos from Mizzou as well. Just trying not to let LSU get their hands on the ball.
LSU quick in midfield. T-Bates, his touch won't go anywhere. Ethanol wanted to follow up on that, but both players got caught in the corner. Forced Chalks to fly back. You see him make that save. But Sharp quicker to the ball. And a high touch over for Chalks. Chalks, big miss.
Low Tech looks like a setup touch. Sharp a little slow to pick it up, however. T-Bates wants a read off the corner. Great lift out into the top of the box. Low Tech trying to force it. And Chalks, quality read. Sharp missing the clear. Ethanol, though, a little slow to pick it up, and now it's Blanks. Gonna have to deal with an awkward ball here as it rolls around the corner. Tough to find a quality clear. Here's T-Bates again trying to punch it home, and that is something you always expect out of T-Bates. So aggressive, and sometimes it gets LSU into a little bit of trouble just because he will take any opportunity to shoot a ball on target.
They do pick up that midfield boost, but for a while, LSU were starving this Missouri team. Chalks, he was looking for a pass to Ethanol. Ethanol got caught there on the side. I believe he jumped before Low Tech chipped him. Either way, they were able to stave off a long assault from LSU. A lot of them sitting on low boost earlier. They got a monster clear out, now controlling the ball off that pass over to Blanks. Forces one defender up the back wall. That touch just a little too high off of Sharp. Gives the ball to Missouri.
Good demo.
To keep it over. Can he get it out?
He missed.
My goodness, the miss. thought for sure the shot was coming. It never did.
Unfortunate there for T-Bates. I mean, you saw him be one of the leading goal scorers last season in the fall, and it really is a rarity to see him come up empty like that on such an open attempt. But does happen every now and again.
The second touch from Ethanol.
And you know T-Bates is going to catch flack for that too.
Absolutely.
He does like to talk a big game, so
does.
you know everyone's going to be on him about that.
He usually does back it up.
He really does.
He is a solid player. The thing is, season over season, these teams just keep getting better, and it gets harder for players like T-Bates to stand out, and they have to work that much harder just to find the net. And when you have an opportunity like that, when they really have been few and far between so far, you have to be able to capitalize on them if you're a player like T-Bates. But 35 seconds to go. Missouri, they brought LSU to task here in the first game.
Whoa, great cover up from T-Bates off a subpar touch on defense on his own. Across the back wall, just missing the second effort. There's Low Tech to help him out. Drills it into the top left. LSU with a lead with 22.
I didn't think this was going in. I thought the clear was going to happen, but T-Bates gets a great touch above Ethanol. Oh, Chalks, he was still rotating back. He actually landed in net, was still turning around by the time Low Tech shot the ball on net. Big goal for LSU with 22 seconds left.
Time ticking. Mizzou fireworks early. Can they find one at the end of the game to tie it up and force OT? Beautiful long clear. T-Bates already on it though. So patient, waiting so far back.
And it almost caused a breakaway opportunity for Sharp. Low Tech up for this now, less than 5 seconds to go. High off the backboard, Low Tech, no, it's off the crossbar. Jock slams it against his own backboard.
Nice
Sharp
touch.
ends up killing the ball for LSU. And they take game one.
So a little bit of back and forth to start it off. It was a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, LSU breaks them down, and that is all you need. And look at that. We unlocked the paint finish.
I like it.
Very cool.
You know what, though? I honestly disappointed in both of you.
Why is that?
What happened?
Because we were talking so much about food,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and you failed to mention anything about the cook zone.
Oh, you see, look, here's the thing, James. I thought that we had already done in the food joke by the time we got into the game, so I just wanted to let things go.
I know, but
you
I'm just saying
Yeah,
you
let it
had
simmer.
to pick between some additional food jokes and the cook zone.
Yeah.
And you went.
I didn't know the cook zone
It's
was
all right,
coming.
though.
That's the
It's
thing. I can't see the future, James.
It's all right, but LSU, you know, what are you looking at me like that
I'm
for?
waiting. Just continue.
No, that's all I had. LSU, they're living up to the hype, getting this game, winning game one, and you saw even though Low Tech didn't score that last shot, you know, you can see what they have in them.
Yeah, there is a large amount of offensive firepower behind this LSU team, and it is definitely something that every team that plays them has to contend with. Missouri actually did a pretty solid job at the start of that game. It's just they couldn't get the ball back after the start of it. They were doing a great job on defense and not allowing tough chances and quality opportunities, but they can't hang on to the ball. So that's what you want to see here in game two.
From Blanks, he wanted to take this out. Sharp and T-Bates, they've been a quick combination. T-Bates taking that one quickly. Chalks rolls it around. One attacker, a smart play, rolling it away from Low Tech on that play, forces him to go back, and now we find LSU on the orange half, but LSU, one of the best teams in CRL at moving the ball down the field. That one hit off the corner. It's a boomer downfield here for Missouri.
Blanks, great command, keeps it close. Wanted that hard cut, was aiming for that bounce off the wall. And Chalks just to delay the push out.
Good pass from Ethanol to Blanks, but the shot blocked at the origin by Low Tech. But plenty of space here, but Ethanol and Chalks getting tied up with each other. Good carry initially from Chalks. Chalks does it himself, can't get by the third defender. Low Tech is downfield for it. T-Bates ends up flying past it. So a series of odd events there. First I thought Missouri were about to march down the field. Then I thought they were about to get counterattacked and nothing happened.
But they are doing a great job actually forcing LSU to sit here and play some quality defense. It's been a while since Missouri's had the opportunity to keep pressure on, but finally it breaks down. They get too aggressive and fortunate times for the Tigers. I can't say that, they're both the Tigers. But it
Tiger
kicks
one
off the post.
Tiger 2. Ethanol. Demo on the back by Sharp. Sharp has fit into this rotation nicely with T-Bates and Low Tech. Another save from Blanks.
I can't say it feels too different from how Donnie plays. I mean, Donnie was just a consistent player. And it feels like Sharp has also filled out that role quite nicely as well.
Ooh, T-Bates. He could have found that second touch. Chalks was going to be in some trouble in a 2-on-1 situation. Instead, it was a great challenge in midfield. It buys Missouri a little bit more time. Now Sharp getting on the opposite side of this ball. The demo denying the shot. Now racing back to it is Chalks. Chalks gets behind it. A play by T-Bates keeps the door closed for LSU.
And that is the classic bit of trouble LSU finds himself in. Wide open net allowed. And actually another one, they can't find the clear in the corner. Blanks turns it in. And again, Missouri on the board first.
It's got to be Sharp who's got to make that challenge. Chalks was just better positioned for it. And he beat him by about a full car length to the ball and just won cleanly. And it's all clean up in textbook after that. And so LSU left the back end open initially to let that whole sequence happen. And they could never clear the ball out. And that was after they started putting on some nice pressure. But we saw it in game one. This Missouri team isn't really to be trifled with.
Tough ball.
Even for LSU, what a save, Ethanol.
Huge touch. That's such a tough ball to read, rotating into your net. It is a surgeon's act to pull that one out to safety.
Low-Tech couldn't find a touch, so T-Bates plays it away from the defenders. He gave his teammate a chance at it, and a great challenge from Blanks. Got right on top of the opposing car on that challenge. Almost always guarantees you the win. You can get above the opponent on that challenge.
Low-Tech had the net, but he just didn't have the boost. And LSU trying to force things on offense with not a lot in the tank. And that means it's making them be a little bit slow here out of the middle, and T-Bates definitely expecting that pass across, but not where he thought it was going to be. Hard touch from Sharp. Doesn't have any help, though. Slow to pick it up.
T-Bates gets there quickly. T-Bates flying all across the blue pitch. He actually set up Low-Tech earlier for a potential shot. Sharp missing another pass sent to him by Low-Tech.
LSU are operating on such a slim boost margin. Finally, Missouri, they just went out and took away one of those corner boosts, forced them to leave, and actually bounces right into the waiting arms of Low-Tech. So Missouri doing a nice job to finally force LSU to give a little space, but they lost the midfield challenge. Weak touch from Ethanol, and LSU finally find the net.
Yeah, it really did go back to Chalks. He jumped low off the wall and ended up taking really a tighter angle than he would have liked on that midfield challenge, and didn't even end up touching the ball. And it dominoed from there. Leads us to a tie game, less than a minute left. Chalks again, the double commit by LSU, but on the back is Low-Tech. And a floater headed towards the box is knocked away by Ethanol. Missouri, smart using the space that they're given, but LSU are just marching forward onto this. They've choked Missouri a couple of times on the boost game, but in this game, they've kind of choked themselves on how hard they're trying to push the ball. They're not winning these offensive boost battles, but I'll shut up because the pass downfield is good for T-Bates.
Yeah, it's not that they've been choking themselves, it's that Mizzou has done a nice job controlling their own boost, but finally they get caught a little bit too far forward. They know where that pass is going, but they just didn't respect how much power it would have, so they couldn't get up there to block that one out. Ends up going right to T-Bates. Nice redirect to close it out, but can you hang on for 30 seconds?
Ooh, Chalks, that demo's big for LSU. Chalks, no chance at that ball. Now Blanks pop up for that as Chalks spawned as well. Blanks, another attempted clear, denied by Sharp. Sharp off the back wall, blocked for now, but he bounces it towards. 10 seconds, Chalks has Ethanol on the wing. He flips it over one. It's knocked away. T-Bates is there to knock it above Ethanol and make it real uncomfortable for Blanks as he tries to roll around the corner. Chalks, it's not the best touch for him. No time left on the clock. LSU take game two.
Really nice job there from LSU all throughout that game. I was talking a little bit about it, operating on that slim margin of boost. And it is tough to try and force the defense to get boxed in when you're only working with each challenge with anywhere from 20 to 35 boost in the tank. And LSU somehow always able to come up with a touch to keep it on offense or something like that. And that, to me, is really to be commended when you're not even winning the boost game, but you're still able to continue to play offense.
I feel like Missouri were just feeling the pressure, and they were giving too much space in midfield. to LSU, and that's why they were winning some of those boost battles, is because they were sitting closer to their back wall because they were expecting T-Bates to win the challenge. They were expecting Low-Tech to get a quick pass out to Sharp. I mean, they weren't winning challenges in midfield all game, and that feeling that kind of pressure, even if LSU are working with low boost, when you give someone the respect with space like that,
they'll
doesn't
abuse
matter.
it. Yeah, they
doesn't
can
matter.
abuse it. And you see players like Justin and their LCS doing that all the time, where, you respect the space and then they just, abuse you for it. So, and now LSU just one game away. Oh, hello, we're back.
It was just like you both just looked at me, and I was like, what?
I just wanted your acknowledgement, Chiefs.
Yes,
you got it.
Correct.
But now we're just one game away. LSU on the brink of a sweep. That game was very close.
Yeah.
And until the final moments there, LSU getting that go-ahead goal. And, from your guys' perspective, one of the questions we had prior to coming into this series was how Sharp going to do, filling in for Donnie. Well, what's your opinion so far?
Again, I mentioned it very briefly in the middle of that one. It was really just Donnie is a very consistent player. It's not like he's crazy mechanically.
He's not
strong,
gonna wow you.
Strong,
Yeah. Yes,
strong, but he's not like going to sit there and do stuff like we saw Tristan
he'll
do
boom the ball
earlier.
for you.
It's like
He'll make the pass.
He'll make solid touches. He'll make the pass. He's got good vision. Sharp seems to really fill pretty much that exact same role. I mean, it's a very free-flowing, good, working, well-understood offense for LSU, and Sharp. I mean, he seems to have slotted in right where Donnie left off.
Yeah, I actually feel like LSU look a little better, and that's not to the detriment of Donnie, or speaking badly about Donnie, but it just feels like this concoction feels a little bit better for LSU. Talked a little bit earlier about how double commits plagued this LSU team when it came to intense matchups and matchups of higher stakes. But even in regular league play matches, it would cost them games when really they should be sweeping some teams and then they're taking them to 5 because they're double committing. But
Oh my goodness, Sharp!
Happened.
Oh my goodness, Sharp!
And here he is.
So
it's all Sharp.
Okay, so this was insane. Low-Tech and T-Bates, but it's all that first touch from Sharp, and he gets the demo in the net to allow T-Bates to score that. Nice job from Chalks to keep the first one out. And Low-Tech, great patience there to come in and drive that one home, but Sharp, just a phenomenal setup there.
And there you go. That's the impact Sharp has on this LSU team. Missouri still fighting for a game win.
That was gross. I'm still thinking about that.
You're still on it, man.
That was gross.
It was great. And now a loose ball. T-Bates picks this up, pops it up once. The shot's good for Low-Tech. And it's an easy goal for LSU.
And T-Bates actually misplays this ball. I mean, yes, that's a weak touch from Blank, but T-Bates wants to power slide, cut that straight left, and then just whip a shot on target. But he doesn't quite hit it square up. It works out either way because the Missouri player in net's expecting exactly what T-Bates went for. He saw him power slide cutting. He's like, oh, it's going to be this touch. But it ended up having so much less power. And by then, Low-Tech was already just be like, oh, T-Bates misplayed it. Let's go help him out. And he just drills it.
Oh, and a shot by Blanks to try to at least pull within 1 here, an early 2-goal LSU lead, maybe 3 here. Quickly up is Sharp. Sharp going for the read against Chalks. He did get a piece of it, but Chalks works the ball back over to Blanks and takes it by midfield now. And a great challenge by T-Bates. This is going to force Ethanol to make a great touch, and he can't do it. T-Bates makes it pay with perfect placement.
You're absolutely right. Perfect placement is the name of the game there. Ethanol, great idea. Wanted this to catch into the pinch around the side wall. Just slight error in timing, though. Pops it straight out into T-Bates and get punished.
Those got out of hand early here for Missouri. Only a minute and a half gone, and
you did pick up right where you left off in game 2. It was LSU on offense, LSU on offense, and more LSU offense. And Missouri, the key for me is first touch accuracy. If you get the strongest first touch to beat one person, you'll give yourself a chance. It's just sometimes that first touch from them hasn't been good enough. And T-Bates, he was thinking about going to grab boost, but he sees a ball just pop off the ceiling like this, and he says, yeah, I can get that.
Easy goal for T-Bates.
No, he wasn't waiting to go boost. I'm sorry. I was looking at his teammate in front of him driving off into the corner. T-Bates was just waiting for something exactly like that to happen.
He saw 2 Missouri cars flying into each other, and he's like, I've seen this play before. A double commit by Missouri, starting to feel the desperation. 4 goals in the first 2 minutes. This is the dominant.
Make it 5.
This is the dominant LSU.
Okay, this one's out of hand. This is really just Mizzou. It's they got. there wasn't even anything crazy about this game. It's just Missouri trying to do something, getting in each other's way, making a poor touch, and LSU comes in, picks up the trash. It's just they're applying pressure in the midfield. They're making decent enough contact with the ball on the LSU side. And then they've always got a player there. It's like LSU's just not making any poor touches.
It was a good attempted pass. Ethanol feeling the heat from behind him. Forced him to rush the shot. Chalks. Double commit by LSU on the side. It's a chance to at least get a goal on the board here for Blanks, but he has to move it himself. Low-Tech stops the attack. Missouri trying to cut off the counterattack. They do. Blanks picks this up, and another good challenge flying down from T-Bates. And he plays it back, immediately knows he's beat on the ball, and he grabs the ball off the back wall. As soon as he turns away, the ball went straight to him, and they clear it out. And I know there's about 2 minutes left, but they're just wasting time now.
Yeah, here's the thing. That was the first time Missouri has been on offense in this Game 5. That right there, that sequence over there. And all it took was LSU, all right, we got the ball in the corner, drive it up to the net, clear it into our opposite corner where we've got a teammate waiting, and launch the ball upfield. I mean, LSU just had such good vision and understanding of where their teammates were and where the ball needed to go next to break out of their own half. And it took them, 3 seconds to do it. And wow, Low-Tech, I was just talking up how good you were.
Don't worry, buddy. You already had a goal. Don't listen to it, Chiefs. You got 5 of them.
Oh, well, this might be another
6.
one.
Ooh.
Nice job, Ethanol. Thought he was going to own goal for a moment, but great command to
and there's
find that.
There's some things I like about this Missouri team. LSU, I mean, things kind of got out of the way here.
It definitely got out of
3.
hand.
And I still like this team. I think Chalks has shown some good play, but I think that it's just questionable decision-making on who's going for the ball. I think you touched on LSU. While their field awareness, their game sense has really been stellar, knowing where to take it, knowing where everyone is on the pitch. Missouri, it feels much more panicky. Tunnel vision towards the ball. Sometimes they go for the pass if they have the space, but LSU haven't really given them a ton of space. Here's Blanks, but it's saved. Knocked away to the corner.
And it is good to see Missouri getting a few chances here at the end of the game. Just to be like, you know what? They might have played a great offensive game and boxed us into our own half, but we know what we're capable of. We can force some opportunities, shots on goal, try and make something happen here so we can feel good going into the next week. But it's almost exactly what we expected. LSU, they'll come out here. They'll put shots on target. They will put pressure on you. They will make you have a mistake somewhere, and they will pick up the pieces.
Double commit will give another goal. That's just a great shot from Low-Tech, and a good pass as well from T-Bates. T-Bates and Low-Tech linking up yet again, and shout out to their third sharp. We had some questions coming into
welcome
the
to
game.
The party.
And after game 1, we didn't really have any more. So absolutely welcome to the party. And we've been talking about some of these rosters. Akron, we feel like they upgraded from their CRL Spring Champion roster here coming into the fall. LSU, maybe they've upgraded as well, but it's a long season. Ethanol will pick up one for the road. And Missouri, while it will be a loss on the card, plenty to learn from this and plenty more games to make up for it.
Means little here at the end, but it does feel good regardless, not to get shut out. But I think you're absolutely right. Missouri, while they did struggle in this particular game, the rest of the series was very close. Games 1 and 2, both one-goal games, really just a matter of trying to outlast this LSU defense, and eventually the communication broke down just enough, and they couldn't make that perfect touch that was required to break them out. But Missouri, you put up a heck of a defensive showing against an offensive powerhouse like LSU, and you did a pretty good job of it.
But that last game.
Yikes. That last game was yikes. But games 1 and 2, quality show.
Oh, you didn't like that last game?
I did not like that last game from Missouri because it was just double commits everywhere.
Yeah,
and it's like, you know what? You got out of it early. It was 3-0 at 3.5 minutes. And it's like
2-0 in the first minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it really does set a poor tone on a match-ending game potentially to get 2 on you instantly. It really is a big hit to the morale of the team, and it's very easy to have that taken out of you.
Yeah, and we're going to go and take a look at the end result of the Twitch chat polls. So we're going to get that up. Let's take a look. 57%.
Hey, Jorby, we're 4 for 4 today.
I know.
You guys are you're right. I think Twitch chat is what, 3 for 4?
3 for 4. Yeah.
I feel like we've seen these teams before.
That sounds right, yeah.
Maybe.
Seen what teams?
Yeah. This team. LSU. Twitch chat.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
James, you confused me.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
See,
I'm
is
just
this,
saying.
is this the exchange of blame here? I'm so glad I chose this seat.
No, this is great. No, I'm happy.
Tennis match this.
But no, again, Twitch chat starting to change their mind during that last series. Whenever voting gets cut off, I'm not exactly sure when the timeline is, the due date for that homework assignment.
Oh, very nice.
But LSU, they're a team that, if you are Missouri, this is going to be probably one of the hardest matchups of your season.
And to that point, LSU in the conference, I definitely expect them to be near the top of things. So to have a series go like that, with the exception of Game 3, you can be like, all right, we held off LSU for the most part. We know what we can do against a team that's going to be that aggressive, and you can adapt to that.
They just need to fix it quickly. You can't let these kind of
you
issues.
You have 16 games.
Yeah, but then,
you have to fix it quickly. There's only 14.
Okay, then here's the thing. If Missouri, by their 8th game, are still doing this, I'll be like, but they got 8 games left.
Oh, well, no.
We told them to fix it 7 games ago.
That
You're
point,
halfway.
It's a problem.
You're over halfway
I'm
done
just
there.
saying you fix it quickly because it's not this conference is not easy.
It is conducive to fixing it quickly. You're correct. That is how
I agree with you, Jorby.
No, you don't.
If you're gonna, I do, because if you want to fix it, you fix it quickly. It's fixed faster, right?
I don't know why I'm getting
Thank you, James.
I don't know why I'm getting so heated about that, but that's okay. You take it.
All right, well, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, the final match of the day, University of Texas Arlington going up against Arizona, and that is going to be a spicy matchup, so stay tuned. We'll be back after the break.